Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Tanya Files. So, when you hear the company name McDonald's, what comes to mind? Do you think about the Big Mac, the McNuggets, the French fries, the Quarter Pounder? Or do you think about, like, when you were a kid and you could have your birthday parties there, or we could even play in the Big Toy, is what we used to call it? The Happy Meals and stuff like that. Well, we've seen a lot of those YouTube shorts where kids misbehave at companies or like at grocery stores, restaurants, or even theaters. But I'll talk about the Minecraft movie Chaos in a separate video. But apparently there is a McDonald's in Fairfax County, Virginia, where they have decided to temporarily ban all customers under the age of 21 due to juvenile violence. Now, the article was not specific of what kind of violence it was, whether if it was the kids like either fighting with other kids or maybe getting into fights with the staff, but knowing the kids, I've seen so many YouTube shorts of kids like going into Sephora or Walmart and trashing the place and stuff like that. It wouldn't surprise me if that was also involved. Now, according to the article, any customers 21 years old or over, what they have to do is they have to go up to the building and ring the doorbell. Yeah, McDonald's doorbell. And the staff that are placed by the entrance would let the adult customers in and let them know what's going on. Isn't that sad? And personally, I'm all for punishing the customers under the age of 21 who were causing the violence and stuff, but it's also unfortunate that the children who didn't do those things are also being punished. You know, that's the unfortunate part. Now, according to the article, that McDonald's location made that decision to protect their staff, the guests, and the community, which is, I'm all for that. Now, as far as the mobile ordering and the drive-thru, that is still available. Excuse me, I'm sorry. That is still available to all ages. But, you know, since you have to drive, you know. But, yeah. And I was afraid that stuff like that was going to happen. Because I would see YouTube shorts of like 10-year-olds or even teenagers going into Sephora and making messes. And there was a girl in Walmart who was literally smashing jars of like products that were in it, like in aisles. And whenever people would try to stop them, there would be at least one or two people that would say, just let the kid be a kid. Are you serious? That's vandalism. And even though I'm going to talk about the whole thing with the Minecraft theater drama in a separate video, I will say this one part. I was discussing that with my parents this past weekend because they didn't know about it. And apparently there's a scene in the Minecraft movie where kids will throw popcorn like all over the theater and make a big mess and stuff. Here's the problem with that. The employees are the ones who had to clean up that mess. And throwing popcorn is bad enough, but Why do I have a bad feeling that popcorn wasn't the only thing that they would throw? I even heard a story where a guest literally brought in an actual chicken into the theater. And my dad said, well, do you know what I would do if I was the manager at a theater? Whenever that happens, I would stop the movie. I would take pictures of all the people who caused that to happen and ban them for life. Because here's the thing. My sister and I didn't do stuff like that when we were kids. If we did things like throw popcorn all over the theater, not only would we be grounded for a long time, they would spank us, and then they would make us clean up the mess, not the employees, and then they would make us write a letter to the theater apologizing for what we did. But all these kids that are doing these terrible things and at these businesses, I mean, yeah, sometimes kids have their moments. I get that, but if they are doing this because they are not being disciplined, and I don't mean abuse, I'm talking about discipline. There's a difference. Then I don't understand how anyone could think that is just letting a kid be a kid. So destroying things is your definition of letting a kid be a kid and making messes and stuff? Those companies are losing money. So I do support McDonald's decision to do this, and if people are not careful, other businesses will also do that. And, well, if you disciplined your child in the first place, maybe they wouldn't have to do that, would they? Again, I feel bad for the kids who don't do those things and are being punished, but, I mean, how would they know? So, those are my thoughts on this. I mean, I don't know how long, kids are not going to be allowed to go into that location, but hopefully they'll learn a lesson from it, but I don't know. So let me know what your thoughts on this are, because it's unfortunate, but at the same time, at least there is one company that's saying, we're not going to, put up with your poor parenting skills with your kids. So, yeah. All right, so let me know what you guys think about this, and I will see you in the comments.